with massages, giveaways, and live music. Now, this is interesting. The foul was called on Porzingis, and the Warriors challenged that.
And they took it back. No challenge now. And it might have been a successful challenge, but then just changed to a foul on Draymond.
This is so funny because Steve Kerr said challenge was twirling. Draymond ran 70 feet from him when he reverses the gravity of the earth. So no challenge and no free throws. That never happened. None of that ever happened. Krzyzewski is fouled. That did happen. See, I also want to credit Josh Tiven and Nate Green and JT Orr. When a coach doesn't want to challenge, just rescind it. And they did that. I like Rather than, I saw you put your finger up. Like, you had a player say, no, don't challenge it, and pull it back.
Oh, nothing's good. Let's have some grace with it, right? Nothing wrong with that.
The intent of the rule is if you really disagree and want to challenge it. The Warriors didn't.
It's not supposed to be a gotcha thing.
Porzingis, a chance to take the lead there. So after being down 13, the Warriors within 2.
Well, this is a start the Warriors have won to this third quarter. Can you sustain it?
Krzyzewski with a steal. Warriors are forcing turnovers. Santos. And he is not moving great with that groin. You can see it, but he's moving well enough to finish.
But he's so smart. Instead of just trying to go up straight up as soon as he catches it, take an extra step. That defender flies by. He's able to score. His IQ is there.
Harden is so good. In a Cleveland uniform, 44% on threes. He was not shooting it well in a Clipper uniform. Key backdoor. I think a very handsome man next to me said James Harden loses his guy off the ball all the time.
Cut on that man. And Santos did it. He wasn't able to keep his body in between him and the basket. There's another double team on James Harden. He stepped out of bounds. That's the second.
We got Merrill and Strus. And then the way Harden can shoot threes along with Mitchell, they can really hurt you from deep, but they're 9 of 18. So Porzingis has Donovan Mitchell. There is no double coming. Shot clock at 8. No.
Chris got to shoot that.
Yeah, shoot that. He made it an error.
Yeah. Small defender on you. You got a great look inside once you got it there. Go ahead and let that one fly.
Harden always controlling. And now Lane Porzingis says no. Kristaps, beautiful block. Krzyzewski throwing out that 3. That is the difference in the game. Dubs are 5 of 22. Cleveland 9 of 18 on 3s.
So the way Porzingis was able to get there, he rotated over early, especially when they're keeping 2 defenders as you get Donovan Mitchell drawing a foul. 2 defenders are staying, and you saw Porzingis. They're privy to it now. The way the Warriors are defending, keeping 2 guys up, you got to make sure that weak side defender's alert.
Take the wall.
But you're not doing your job. I don't like the way you're hooping. That flip the switch in Donovan Mitchell. He turns into a maniac. He goes in on like an 8-9 game stretch where he bursts on the scene, and that's what got him drafted. And he said, like, I don't really respond to positive reinforcement. I like when guys get on me. I like when coaches get on me. He even tells his coach Kenny Atkinson that as you get D'Anthony Melton driving inside, they missed another layup.
Melton, that was such a great drive, but just couldn't finish. Warriors have left a lot of layups wanting tonight. And Strus bottom for 3. That hurts. It's a 5-point swing. I think that layup's going down, and they bottom of 3 right back.
Again, off Donovan Mitchell, who's live himself, so everybody's so focused on him when he gets inside. He's able to make the kick pass.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, you see the Warriors shooting 38%.
The Cavs are making their move, but they're shooting sub 40% like we're talking about. Like, they're missing so many opportunities.
Anthony Melton missing that 3, got his own rebound. He wanted a black jersey. They can put the ball in the basket right now. And Melton,
oh my goodness.
And that's just typified his whole night.
That's not supposed to still be happening. That was happening in the first half.
That 3 rattled halfway down and out.
I'm blaming you for this. You said once they switch baskets, that's going to stop happening.
Draymond hit a 3 to start the second half. I'm going to have to keep saying it.
Pump fake this.
Shot clock at 7. And Strus was here. Like, whoa.
Yeah, it's a gauntlet. He was trying to finish strong.
But Sunday, if you added a shooter to this Warrior roster,
man, you're missing Seth Curry, too. You need shooters, 3-point shooters. You had a 40-point game against this Cavs team. What does he have now?
Now denied by Draymond. Good defense there. Dubs take a lid off the bucket. That is the question right now. Draymond missing that three. They are 5 of 25 on threes.
The danger is the frustration for all the missed opportunities offensively starts leaking over to his side. Oh, my goodness.
And Harden just banked in the three.
He was down for a little bit. Yeah.
Cleveland's banking in threes, and the Warriors are missing layups.
He still uses that step back, but doesn't matter if he called glass. It went in.
LJ Cryer bottoms of three. That was much needed at exactly the right time. Just you have to stay in contact with Cleveland right now. Bruce doesn't normally act like that, but he had a smaller Cryer all the way to the rim.
Smart, he's showing he's not just a shooter.
He's got 16 tonight. He is an X factor for them.
That just shows the defense in the NBA is hard. You got to defend the shooters and move your feet.
LJ gets a shooter's roll, back-to-back threes.
Hey, LJ Cryer is live. He's a shooter. He understands the assignment. Oh, we're bricking threes. Let me do my thing.
And Cleveland keeps looking up. Hey, we're outplaying the Warriors. And they, oh, wait, it's an 8-point game. Harden with the shot clock at 8. Every switch is to get the rookie Will Richard on him. And then work on him. That time, Richard wins the battle. All right, this trip down, LJ Cryer should get the shot. He's made back-to-back threes. LJ, call your own number. Getting it back. And that's what you do. You feed the hot hand. 3 straight threes. And Cleveland has to take a timeout.
And drain his hand. Now he's going to let Schroeder bring it up.
So Schroeder and Harden with Keon Ellis. Merrill and Mobley. Mobley the one big, and Merrill the great shooter. Missing that three. Draymond rebound in motion.
Warriors have the momentum. They want to keep this going.
That's Spencer.
Okay. Get hot.
I think I told you they were going to make threes in the second half.
Well, you did say
3
something
from
about that.
Cryer. Now Pat Spencer jumping in.
And Sam Merrill went under this screen. Draymond set a good one.
12-2 run. Mobley inside. That's tough to deal with.
That's why they keep throwing to their rollers. They got these bigs that are so agile. They can finish really well.
Draymond setting up Hugh Santos, but a good defender of Mobley, and Hugh is tripped. 20-26, put a few zeros behind that. No more 50.
Seriously,
Pat Spencer's got to beat the shot clock buzzer, and he does! Pat Spencer, 12 against Cleveland, 19 in the first meeting.
Yeah, he came off the bench in the first half. He was killing. Second half, he's getting right back to it.
Guarding Harden.
Well, look at where Draymond is. The shift is on.
Merrill setting up Schroeder. Keon Ellis. Draymond blocked the three.
Amazing. Draymond is just roaming in the middle there, and Keon Ellis thinks he's got an open jumper. Think again.
For the lead. And Peyton rimmed it out.
The Cavs are going, we can't lose to this dude twice. Without Steph.
What a floor game. Schroeder missing that three. GP2 the rebound. Another chance to tie or take the lead. LJ Cryer looking for a screen on Merrill initially. Run that split action. And then Guy Santos. Shot clock at 7. Guy down the lane to float it up and in and tie the game.
He's still feeling good enough to go at Keon Ellis' life. Stephen Curry nods his head in approval.
Guy with 15, 6 of 9 shooting.
I mean, he had a great first half. He was one of their best offensive options. Go ahead and give the ball to him and let him drive.
That's what Schroeder does. Picks up Guy. That groin injury, that pelvic bone injury, he's going to need those days off till Sunday.
Well, it's the sudden burst, it's the explosions that can kind of bother you when you're banged up a little, lower extremities. He's made some tenacious moves tonight.
Eight off the bench. Porzingis right from the foul line, and he's fouled.
Yeah, and you get him involved in the ball screen.
As they started to learn each other and play with each other. There's something about what's this guy's skills? How do we best maximize it?
You're so excited about it to start, then you get a little salty at the end as Porzingis makes the second free throw. The thing about what you're saying that makes it easier is KP has such high IQ,
right?
To the point now where he's directing traffic, like, hey, you go here.
Mitchell, deep 2, had a foot on the line there, but that's why Mitchell and Harden have played so well together. Both very high IQ guys, and
they figure it out.
learning each other.
Yeah, what's our playbook? And with those two guys, you can just give James Harden the ball and let him run things. You can give Donovan Mitchell the ball, let him go pick and roll, let him go ISO.
So no double coming. Porzingis has Merrill on him. And then Mitchell stunted at him. And Pat Spencer missed the three. That was still the right basketball play. Shot just didn't go.
Cavs are in the bonus here, so don't give him a cheap foul.
Schroeder missing there.
That's his favorite move. I think Pat Spencer read the scouting report. He's also watched film as he dropped back.
Back-to-back.
Well, we said this was going to be a much more competitive game. We were right. If this does come down to a clutch game, the Cavs are 21-18, Warriors are 16-18. You know who's going to have the ball in their hands late.
Thomas Bryant, low pass and buried a three. How about that?
Oh, Schroeder took two defenders with him, including Thomas Bryant.
And no one even thought about Bryant. 35% on threes, not bad.
Yeah, no one even thought about contesting that one.
Cutting Guy Santos is fouled. So
they can exploit that. Sometimes you can cut to the basket. Sometimes you can flare out, switch the guy who's screening. There's all types of things you can do. Look at Porzingis looking at that stat sheet. Like, did I fill it up enough? No, I got some more work to do. I'm going to go back in.
I should have 2 free throws that never appeared on the stat sheet.
He's going to scrunch it up and throw it away.
Donovan Mitchell with Thomas Bryant, Sam Merrill, Dennis Schroeder, and Evan Mobley. Shot clock down to 2. GP2 and Merrill just having to throw one up. That's great. 24 seconds of defense by the Dubs.
And they got the ball out of Donovan Mitchell's hands.
Santos, tornado move, and then fouled.
Yeah, what they call that? I mean, nobody is safe with Guy Santos out there when you have that ball in your hands.
Flat on that free throw, and Mitchell headed the other way.
Yeah, look at it. Look at Guy Santos run now. When he runs back, he looks like he's struggling.
Good passing inside, and Mobley pays it off.
And Guy Santos was having to deal with Evan Mobley in there, so they threw it right to him.
So Cleveland knows they're in a game. Warriors are shooting only 41%, but their energy, the effort, and Guy and GP2. The give and go, oldest play in basketball.
I'm watching Guy Santos hobble around, and he's still a weapon offensively. Tough pass to handle, too. He's got great hands.
Schroeder with that snake dribble, the delivery inside. And this is one LJ Crier's never played Schroeder. You got to dare him to hit jumpers, and it's easier said than done because Schroeder is so clever.
Yeah, you got to do that so they don't keep picking on Guy Santos on the defensive end.
GP2 had Mobley on him. He one more time, back to GP2. Tic-tac-toe to Draymond.
Well, listen. On one side, it's the Guy Santos offense, where he's making plays. On the other side, they're kind of going at him here. You got to get someone else involved here defensively.
Did LJ back off Schroeder? That's where you want him to live. Okay. No, I mean, that's your playing the percentages. The guy's shooting 29% for the last month.
You know, I'm still blaming that on you, though, right? Because he heard you talking about it. He's like, watch this. You don't think I can shoot it? Oh, wow. It's a knee to the back.
Schroeder's fouling it.
You heard Josh Tibbin there. It's just rough that the Cavaliers get a free throw out of it.
Well,
but
Draymond,
again, I understand.
Plus, the Warriors keep the ball.
Warriors, especially in the first half, they did a great job getting in the paint. They had 40 points in the paint, so they are getting active in there. LJ Crier is one that can get inside, too, not just his three-point shooting.
This crew has done a good job, as LJ missed the second free throw, of letting Draymond and others hit from the line. Here's the extra possession and tech.
So
there you go. Each other.
That happens a lot.
Yes, it does.
Of course, GP2 smiling afterwards. He can't help himself.
Now, got the team. Shot clock at 7.
Can channel all this into their basketball.
Keon Ellis on Guy. He got rid of him. Put it out to Pajemski for 3. But it all starts with a Guy Santos drive.
And he's been going at Keon Ellis the whole night. Keon Ellis isn't able to do anything. He's had to step on him. He had an angle. I like the no-go.
He got a ball game. And Cleveland throws it away.
Yeah,
it's Harden and Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah. You'd love to see the Cavaliers fall apart. Basketball for the Warriors.
You think of Pajemski and Draymond. They played last night. And they still got gas in the tank tonight. Draymond set that screen for LJ. 3 on the way. Off back iron. GP2 will track it down.
Those long rebounds off of threes.
Another chance to take the lead.
I'd say
shot clock at 4. Pajemski deep 3. He got another one.
you have a ton of momentum. You can feel it in here. Dub Nation voices their approval.
Lob inside. Draymond broke it up.
Of course he did.
LJ thought about that. Keon Ellis could close out. Deflected away. Guy Santos caught it. Guy lays it in.
Guy Santos has been big time tonight. Now listen to this crowd.
An 11-0 Warrior run.
That defensive play.
Fantastic. This game.
Keep stacking stops.
Shot clock at 5. Harden calling his own number. And a no call. Well, Harden got a lot of contact there.
Well, Draymond was up to the task. It's a lot of defense he had to play.
Guy Santos, decel. Brendan Mobley, he waited, and then contested.
He tried to decelerate on him.
Oh, decelerate! That's still my favorite.
He almost scored it.
Back Strus and Merrill, they put both three-point shooters out there. Mobley, Harden, and Keon Ellis. Strus has had a great game and putting it up and in. He's got 18.
He's had some timely buckets. That's a timely drive there. You're right up on him, so he's using that.
They're a different team when he's healthy, by the way.
Exactly.
Missed a lot of the year, but playing really good basketball on the way back. LJ Cryer, Pajemski, Draymond, GP2, and Guy. LJ Cryer around and out. And here comes Harden the other way. Cleveland a chance to tie or take the lead. It's a Cavs team with 47 wins. A year ago on 64. They won 7 of the last 10. Skip pass to Keon Ellis for 3. Big rebound, GP2. He was falling out of bounds and he stepped on the baseline. So 6:28 left with Porzingis and Melton in, giving Draymond a little bit of a rest. There now wants to get it back to Harden, let him run. Harden back to Allen on the roll. Couldn't finish there. Porzingis the rebound. The Lennon said it in the first quarter. They give it to the roller more than any team in the NBA. Porzingis 3. That will ricochet out of bounds to Cleveland. He's playing through a lot of things. The training staff is on call. Been busy 24 hours. Shot clock at 10. Strus catching 2-3. Big rebound again. Jarrett Allen smartly threw it off of Melton. Now remember in the NBA, it's irrelevant whether Melton is in or out of the field of play there. Harden again. Even it to the roller. And Jarrett Allen ties the game. Long way to go with 5.5 left.
And again, they're going kind of off weird matchups. James Harden on Kristaps Porzingis. You got to let him touch it.
He's got it now, but Strus switched onto him. Porzingis shooting right over him. As long as they're not going to double, Kristaps can get that shot off whenever he wants.
Yeah. Let him switch or let him not switch. Doesn't matter. Give him the ball.
16 on 6 of 11 shooting. Merrill, he's going to attack Porzingis, but Donovan Mitchell missing that 3. Allen will track it down. Extra opportunity for Cleveland. Allen's got GP2. He beat him around to steal the ball.
The little big man, but the fact that he is smaller, he uses his quickness. He's not just going to let you catch it.
2-point lead in the ball. Porzingis long and strong on that 3. Merrill is fouled on the rebound. It's a great defensive play.
Warriors have the lead here again.
Double screen up top for Harden. Harden getting down the lane. Harden to lay it up and in.
So that's where the communication has to come out, because he rejected that screen there. You jump to the screen defender's on the wrong side. So he's going where the help is not. It's smart.
4-minute, 24-second game. That's clutch game again. Santos 3. Got it! He's got 25.
He showed his highlight reel. He's like, I'm not done working. He's still got to write more in his book.
He got 10 in the fourth. Mitchell trying to answer for 3, and he does.
You'd like to get maybe a little closer to that screen if you're Porzingis. That ball screen, he's in drop coverage. You try to get out there and contest.
Mitchell with 25, Guy Santos with 25. Anthony Melton flipping it up and out. He is 2 for 12 shooting tonight.
I'd love to see either Porzingis or Guy Santos touch it. I mean, they're your two engines right now.
Allen is fouled on the roll. So Cleveland by 1. They might need to take a look at that 3.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
They've shown they'll change a call mid-game.
Well, you can do it in a dead ball. Shot clock down to 5. Porzingis on Harden, stepping into the lane. Trying to get some contact and couldn't bank that home.
They collapsed on him that time.
Winding down to 3 minutes.
Tall screen.
Beard for the roll of Allen, and he's fouled. Draymond going to make him earn it.
Yes, hey, get that magnifying glass, Secaucus, and see what you can come up with.
Second free throw. Allen on the night, 13 points, 12 rebounds. He missed the second one again. So a 2-point game.
Sometimes people
they tighten up.
Tighten up down the stretch.
He's a 72% free thrower, but he's 3 of 8 tonight. Jamski missing that three. And the Warriors 8 of 23 on threes in the second half. They were 5 of 21 in the first half.
You go with that split action, you're coming off wide open because they're drop covered. You just can't capitalize.
Mitchell back out to Strus. Draymond ran him off the line. Put it in and foul is Allen again.
Tonight. We always talk about him leading by example. He's been doing it on both sides of the floor.
So Allen hits both free throws, and now it's a 2-possession game.
Look at what Jamski saying. Hey, just throw the ball down here and try to take some time. Well, there's no time to run off the clock right now. He's just wanting to set something up.
Full 24 to work with. Jamski wanted to foul from behind. He made the basket anyway. So Bonds has 19.
That's when it looks good. When you roll the ball like that, and you pick it up and go make a play like that.
And you dig in defensively.
It's all ball screens right now, both sides of the floor.
And then they return it to the roller. We've talked about that. Harden to Mobley. In the lane to Strus for the open three, and he got it.
But Jared Allen on that weak side was keeping 2 guys inside with him kind of.
Tell you, Max Strus, 21 points, 5 of 8 on threes.
He's been big time. The fact that he's just getting healthy, he makes a massive difference.
Jamski flying in the lane. Somehow got that to Santos. Now to relocate. Odds of a step around to lay it up and in. So how's Jamski doing this? He's got 21.
He's just so active out there. You mentioned the relocate like step. He's just moving at a different speed, especially when a big is closing out to him. He's not letting him off the hook.
Strus hit one big three. That one flat. Santos owns it. Minute 28, down 3.
Massive possession.
RJ Crowder to the rolling Porzingis. Kick out to Draymond. 3 on the way. And that's just the difference tonight. The Warriors cannot hit from deep with any regularity.
A stop here is a must. Another pick and roll.
Harden gets Santos on the switch. Allen comes to set the screen. Shot clock down to 5. Inside the final minute, down to 3. Harden to Strus. He got it off in time and buried a 3. You miss a 3, they make a 3. That's the story of the game.
He came off of him there late. I would have loved to see them just single cover that. On-ball defender has James Harden pretty well handled, it seemed like. But
you need points, you need him in a hurry. The final 45 seconds. But Jamski to the lane again. See, they didn't need a 3 the last trip down. That was a little bit of a mistake.
Well, you don't have to foul here yet. They're going to try to take the time. You might have to foul, actually.
The 2-possession game.
They're going to try to take as much time as possible.
About a 20-second difference. The game clock and the shot clock. They can't quite freeze out the game, but you're going to need 2 possessions. Harden looking for the silencer, floating it up and in, and he does.
They're late.
Porzingis. Santos knows he has to launch a 3. Off the heel of the rim. What's going to be frustrating tonight?
It's going to be tough to beat the Cavs twice, though, especially without Steph. Allen missed that free throw. Look at Steph. He's cheering the whole night, but it's not going to feel great.
You got great.
Well, you're missing your main closer, and it shows up in games like this.
Jamski will lay that one in. Can you steal the inbound? Strus is running, and he's got.
But they're competing. They're competing in these games against these elite teams, giving themselves a chance. Another clutch game here where they just couldn't get over the hump. James Harden makes a big difference for them. Even though he only had 17, a lot of double teams where he's initiating.
And now Harden is going to shoot it for.
You're taking care of the ball. You're giving yourself a chance. And you just weren't able to make enough shots.
You think about it, before that was the difference, but
Massive.
Harden and Steph both in the same draft. And those numbers, 9th most in the history of the league.
He's had a wildly successful career.
LJ Cryer missing there, and that will do it.
When it comes to individual achievements.
Well, this ended up being a tremendous NBA game.